All retailers are good at capturing information on the sales they make. Traxx helps you gather the important information on the sales you do not make. Hello, my name is Dave Mink. In 1996, I created the Traxx UpBoard, and on January 17, 2012, I finally received my United States patent. My goal today is to show you how we use the opportunity tracking system on your sales floors to more than double your profitability. The Traxx guarantee is simple. We believe we can help each of your salespeople generate at least one additional new average sale each week without spending an additional penny in advertising or marketing, and we can more than double your profitability, or we give you a full refund and take the system back. Do you use a rotation or an up system? Most of us use a paper system that tracks which salesperson speaks with the next customer. We can prove that a good up system guarantees better customer service and ensures that every customer is greeted properly, unless you're in overflow, which we track. This system helps each salesperson stay organized on the sales floor and will help them close more sales immediately. We guarantee that most salespeople will love us. Traxx is also a time clock, and we know that you currently use time clocks in all your stores, but this system will create 4 additional new reports that we guarantee you've never seen before. So when a customer comes in, the salesperson simply moves their name to the floor. This tracks their average time with customers. The patented part of the system is that after the customer leaves, in order for the salesperson to get back in rotation, they must answer 4 simple questions. What type of advertising brought the customer in? What specific product or products did the customer look at? If a sale's made, how much? What's the zip code? And if a sale's not made, why not? What you just learned in that 7 seconds will amaze you. You learned the strengths and weaknesses of each salesperson on your sales floors. You learned the strengths and weaknesses of all your advertising campaigns and much, much more. It generates several reports that tell you which advertising category is the most cost-effective and which is costing you the most money. It's so good that it actually holds advertisers accountable for poor performance. It gives you over 50 reports that are totally unique because we are measuring and factoring in the sales that you don't make. And lastly, you'll even get an exit interview with every customer that didn't buy. Here is why your salespeople will love it. If the customer says, "I love your company, but I just can't purchase today. I've got to bring in my spouse or bring in my designer or whatever," if the salesperson was able to earn any quality information, he or she selects this customer button and it brings up a customer information screen that allows them to enter the customer's name, address, phone numbers, and whatever information applies, and then it does 2 more important things. The first thing is it generates a daily to-do list for each salesperson. So if I promised a customer I was going to call them next Friday or a month from now for a particular occasion, the system automatically prints a daily to-do list for each salesperson and also a master for the manager. It then generates a thank you letter for your unsold customers, a different letter for your sold customers, and it even generates automatic birthday cards. Unfortunately, sometimes it's the only card the customers get. The question I like to ask at this moment is, how many times have you received a really nice thank you letter from a company where you haven't purchased yet? It really sets you apart from your competition. This is a sample of the daily to-do list. It tells you who the customer was, what their phone numbers were, and what specific thing did you need to do or promise to make them a satisfied customer. The next item is very important. It's an automatic function. The biggest opportunity salespeople miss every day is simply asking the customer who just purchased what the next item they may be interested in purchasing might be. They've looked all around your store. They've noticed many other things. This is critical. The truth is that if a good job is done here, then additional sales can be made on the spot. Certainly this is low-hanging fruit, and with a good follow-up plan can sometimes double a low-producing salesperson's performance. My friend Joe Capillo once said to me that the typical below-average salesperson has a closing ratio of less than 10%. But if they can bring that same customer back in on the same project, their closing ratio goes up over 70%. I can prove this to you. Do you believe that it costs 7 times more to bring in a new customer compared to every dollar spent selling an existing satisfied customer? Do you believe that 40% of all customers that purchase do not make the purchase in the same year that they first began to shop? Do you believe that 75% of the people that make a satisfactory purchase do not return to the same store for their next purchase? The primary reason, of course, is that there has been no customer loyalty developed. Traxx will help you stay top of mind. One money-making key ingredient is the ability to send private sales invitations automatically to all of your unsold customers. Imagine being able to send a high-quality follow-up invitation to all unsold customers for a private sale just by pushing a couple buttons. You can also sort all these old customers by unsold product category. We have many dealers that have a private sale every 60 days and do more business in a single weekday than they do on an average weekend. Here is a quick testimonial from Damon Casemore, a longtime client. Damon says, Since joining the Traxx family in 1999, we would like to tell you how much the Traxx sales system has helped us organize and track our customers and sales in our 3 stores. We would be totally lost without the UpBoard and its use tracking the opportunities and information gathering capabilities. We use the opportunity information to send invitations to the potential clients that have visited our store within the last 30 days and not purchased. In addition to daily follow-ups, we have a private sale once a month with a special offer good for 1 day only. This is a closer for those who have shopped and still not made that decision. The visual proof system has made the traffic counter 99% accurate since we are able to see who trips the counter and we do not have to depend on a mailman count. Because of the accuracy, we know that we can use the staffing analysis report and the hot zone report to set the schedules for our design consultants with the confidence that the floor is covered as best as can be predicted. The ability to check traffic and sales from our cell phones lets us stay on top of what's happening whenever we are away from the stores. Signed, Damon Casemore. The real key is, how do you get those unsold customers back in the door? Well, you make it easy for your salespeople to do automatic follow-up. This is a sample of a customer letter with your company logo on it. The key to success is it must have a personalized PS from the salesperson. It should be something not product related. You know, I really enjoyed talking with you about gardening, or the fact that our kids go to the same school together, or whatever it is. Something that is really part of the conversation you just had with them. You can either do this so that it prints off at the store level so the salesperson can handwrite that following morning, that PS, or the idea we suggest is that you go with LS advertising. What they do is take a database of your product categories and then send a beautiful 4-color postcard which has the exact product the customer looked at that day. It makes it easy for the salesperson if you want to upload any photo and have the photo be part of the postcard. It's really a brilliant program. When a salesperson uses the UP system, they can type in a personal note that is printed on the postcard the following morning in a handwritten font. You don't have to worry about postage at the store level. It's in the mail right away the following morning, and it's a brilliant way to really follow up on those unsold customers. We know that you currently do thank you letters for your sold customers, but the real bang is going after those unsold customers or bringing those unsold customers back in again. We also promise that Traxx will triple the effectiveness of your management team. Please remember that everything I'm about to show you is created from a simple process of capturing basic information on the sales floor. Literally, the 7 seconds it takes to enter a basic transaction gives you a mountain of information. What I have just shown you, the thank you letter and the to-do list, is why the salespeople love the system, because it's like giving each one of your salespeople their own personal secretary. The performance summary is your key report for upper management. Each store has their performance summary report that is automatically printed off, but you receive a master that has all locations combined, and I just wanted to share with you a comparison at the store level. If you look at Sandy, it shows you her total sales, and she has the highest revenue per guest number by far of $654 per opportunity. This is a dollar value of every guest she speaks with if she makes a sale or not. It shows you her total sales volume for the month or whatever period you're referring to. It shows you her actual conversion ratio, which is very high at 37%. It shows you her average sale, $1,700. She is a superstar. Now, please compare her to Christine. Christine has a revenue per guest of about half. It shows you her sales volume at about half. Why is that? Well, what's really going on? Her closing ratio is 11% below Sandy's, and her average sale is approximately $250 lower. And that's the difference. What's really astounding here is how many opportunities they had. Sandy has 62, and Christine had almost the same number, but Christine's dollar volume is nearly half. So if we can get Christine to just be aware of what Sandy is doing, it creates a realm of absolute fantastic improvement. Now, we also know that each one of your store managers are also very busy, and sometimes they don't have time to do the coaching sessions that we recommend. This is the personalized performance letter. It automatically prints every Saturday morning or whatever day you want at 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's sitting there waiting for your manager or salespeople in their inbox. It tells each salesperson personally where they are in relation to their goals, where they are in relation to the dollar volume, and where they need to be on this day so they will hit their goal. It compares how many opportunities they've had, how many they have sold, what their conversion ratio is, and what their average sale is. And based on that simple formula, it shows how many more customers they need to speak with to hit their goal. This is a customized report for your company. It's really built around what you need and want. Most companies use a monthly goals program. I'm sure I can speak with any salesperson in your company, and they'd be able to tell me exactly what their monthly and daily goal is. The problem with monthly sales goals is that many salespeople don't look at their actual goal until about the 3rd week, and by then it's too late. This is a sample of the goals program that we provide. It allows you to break your monthly goal down on a weekly basis and really allows you to focus on where salespeople are. So this allows you to identify who is falling behind and who needs to be rewarded and recognized for doing a great job every week of the month. It's kind of like Ben Franklin's motto, if you can take care of the pennies, the dollars take care of themselves. There are over 50 reports the system provides. We recommend that you focus on a few basics when you start off, and once you get this particular report really mastered and understand what this report does, then the system takes care of itself. This next report is called the Information Gathering Efficiency Report. And we know that when you close a sale, you get the customer's information 99.9% of the time. What we're focusing on here is how many times your salespeople get quality information if they did not make the sale. So how many times did they get a phone number? How many times did they get an address? And most importantly, how many times did they get both? We call this the IGE report, Information Gathering Efficiency. And we've also set up a feature on this report where we can track how efficient the salespeople are at getting email addresses if you didn't make the sale. We recommend that you focus on this particular report for the first 30 days and identify who's doing a great job and who needs help in this area. That's also one of the things we can help you with. We have many clients that get over 70% of the customer's information if they didn't make a sale. The minimum goal you should set is 50%. So there are 5 fundamental things you should focus on in the first month: the thank you letters, the performance summary, the sales goals, and the IGE report. And one last thing is the private sale. Every 30 days, you should consider having some kind of an event around your unsold customers and bring them in on a weekday when things aren't normally hopping. We have many dealers that tell me this is a sale that creates more volume than their average weekend. So I just wanted to recap for a moment on the UpBoard and show you how this actually works and how easy it is to operate. When a salesperson comes in the morning, they log in. When a customer walks in, they move their name to the floor and it tracks their average time with customers. The patented part is that after the customer leaves, in order for the salesperson to get back in rotation, they must answer 4 simple questions. We want to know what type of advertising brought the customer in, what specific product category did the customer look at, if a sale's made, how much, what's the zip code, and if a sale's not made, why not. It literally takes 7 seconds to click those and get back on deck. Another question is, how many times have you heard the expression, "Hey, who's up?" Don't you wish you had $1 for every time you heard that on your sales floor? Traxx reduces that and makes it much easier for your salespeople to manage themselves internally. John Lawhon says, if you can measure something, you can improve it. What the Traxx patented UpBoard has done is made this measurement super easy to gather. Please keep in mind this information is handed to management on a silver platter, and you don't even need to manage this part of the process because it's your UP system. In other words, your salespeople themselves do all the managing that is needed. Bottom line is that if a salesperson does not give you the basic information every time they speak with a customer, the other salespeople will not let them take another up. Also, if a salesperson is putting in bogus information, it stands out like a sore thumb, and you'll see that immediately. The psychologists say it takes 21 days to turn a skill into a habit. It really doesn't make a difference if it's a good skill or a bad skill. But in 21 days, it's a permanent skill. Make Traxx a skill and you will double your profits in 90 days, or we give you your money back. You're probably wondering what this is going to cost. We have sold thousands of customized UpBoards for $2,000 each. After we both sign a non-disclosure agreement, which is in this email that we sent you, all we need is a breakout of the different types of advertising you use, how you spend your advertising money over a year, a breakout of your major product categories, the reason why customers don't purchase, each location's address and your salespeople, and their sales goals for the year. Because you're a large chain, for a limited time, we are offering the UpBoard fully customized for $995 for each location with unlimited users. Finally, I want to assure you that the UpBoard is very easy to use and train your salespeople on. When my daughter Natalie was 8 years old, I taught her how to use this basic functionality of the UpBoard in less than 10 minutes. We need half down to get everything started and set up, and you only pay for the balance when everything is fully installed and your managers have gone through the first training session, and Traxx is making you money. We also have an annual maintenance fee of 15% of the total cost, but if you do it now, we will waive this cost for the first year. So let's recap. $995 per store, 1 half down, and the balance to be paid after the system starts to make you money, and a 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee. We also know you're a very successful company with good profitability, and our guarantee stands. If we cannot double your profits, you should not keep the system. Please visit www.traxsales.com, that's TRAXSALES.com, or call 888-534-1253. That's 888-534-1253, and let's get started. You have nothing to lose and guaranteed double profits to gain. Also, please ask about our world-famous traffic counter devices, and we will immediately send you a full executive briefing including special chain store quantity pricing. Thank you very much.